The following broadcast is a critical message from the World Security Patrol. Do not adjust your set.
Don't I wish the alt mode was a chicken like me? Yeah. Hi, my lovelies. Welcome back to another of my girly reviews, and we're going to be looking at the HasLab Saber and his close friend, Victory Leo, and all their associated little bits and bobs. Let's start with the slightly smaller of the two figures. Let's say go over here. See what I did there? Because that's what he says in the cartoon. I'm very clever. And let's bring forth Victory Leo. Zoom in a wee bit. Now, Victory Leo here is not particularly heavy. He feels like a pretty standard Transformers figure from Hasbro Takara. If there is any die cast, I can't find it. So he's plastic. He's reasonably solid feeling, which is quite nice. In fact, let me zoom out a moment. There we go. So there's the back, the side, and the front. His legs are a little bit wobbly. That might just be where I've... No, I have transformed him properly. His legs are just a little bit wobbly. Wobble. He comes with this enormous gun here, which we will remove. So this is the massive cannon that can be wielded by both Victory Leo and Saber over here, and their combined form. You can fold down the back, you can fold that up if you want to clip it to the arm or to the back. You fold that bit down there. You have that look. That's fun. That side. You got a little peg if you want to clip it places. And we'll move that over to one side. The figures also come with a stand. A nice flight stand, so you can display them in their various forms. You can use it for their combined form. You can use it to just display Saber. You can use it to display Victory Saber when the two are combined together. You can use it for the for Saber's combined mode. You can use it for Victory Saber's combined mode. You can use it to display kind of whatever it is you want. Let's pop that over there. It's fine. It's a slight little bit wibbly wobbly, but it's what can you do? That's flight stands for you. Let's give you a nice little close-up on Victory Leo. Now, Victory Leo is the rebuilt form of Jinrai. Jinrai being... Oop. Just taking these off to show that they come off. Boop. Jinrai being a character introduced in Transformers Master Force, who, despite looking like Optimus Prime, actually isn't Optimus Prime. In the Western continuities, he is Optimus Prime. He's Power Master Optimus Prime, so... Transformers continuity is a pain in the neck, so...
Garrick, do you mean to tell me that these are all the same continuity? Even the stuff that contradicts the other stuff? Especially the stuff that contradicts the other stuff, my dear doctor.
He comes with these nice cannons that fit to his back. They fit to his back in his alternate mode, which is kind of a flying brick. I'm not entirely sure what his alt mode is meant to be. And he obviously has another alternate mode as a lion, which is slightly more acceptable. You can see it's the usual Hasbro nonsense. You've got all this space here that isn't filled in. There is a third-party kit that makes these slightly longer and fills in the space, but I can't be bothered. It's too much money to spend to fix something like that. Let's pop those to one side. When it comes to the figure himself, he has a nice little head sculpt. He's got his massive Viking hat on the top with the little horns out the side. He can't really look up, can't look down, but his head will spin around. Whee! So you can see what's going on behind him. The arms can go up to just under 90 degrees. They can spin all the way around until you hit his wings at the back. And a little elbow swivel, elbow joint, which goes straight or goes up to about there. No finger articulation because, it's a smaller class figure and Hasbro Takara just don't do that on figures this size, but you can twist his wrist around a little bit if that does anything for you. You can move him at the hips like that. He'll go up and do that. So we could do like a really feeble Miss Piggy kick. It could be a little bit like, hi-ya, or if you want him to go even higher, you can use the transformation joint and be like, dunk, ah, oh, my leg. And you got that going on, I don't know. All we need there is a fire hydrant. Let's put that back down. The legs can go back at the hip to about there, forward at the hip, to about there. He's got a knee joint, so we can go forward a tiny bit, back about to there. Your little toes at the front, and you do not have any ankle tilting. So when it comes to posing him, you just have to do your best. There he is. Let's show you the back. So that's nice, comparatively clean. And the front. Isn't that nice? So, let's do something clever with this guy, and let's turn him into an animal. So, to turn him into his lion form, you take this, but I'm going to use a tool rather than destroying my nails. Where's my tool gone? Tool! Here, tool. Nice tool. Where you at, tool? Huh, I swear I had a tool. Alright, in that case, alternate tool. Oh, please don't scratch. There we go, that should be enough. Pop that down. So, bring his face down, and we fold in these bits. So they're going to be his saber-tooth tusks, because he's like a saber-tooth lion. Open his mouth a wee bit. That's grand. We are now going to do this to fold out one claw, and this to fold out the other. Obviously, you can fold his hands away to make that slightly neater. So that's the one side, and that's the other. Bring those out and to the front. You can see where we're going. What we're now going to do is take this, fold them up. We come to the inside of his legs, and we ping that out, and we ping that out. Collapse that in. Collapse that in. And you want to make sure that little tab is going to go into that little socket in there. So line it up, and... Nope, not quite. Let's try that again. And tabby into sockety. No tabby socket. That's got it. And again, tabby into a sockety. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Bring those together. Give it a squeeze. Make sure he's all straight. Then fold up his feet. Bring out the saber-toothed lion feet. So let's go that way. It's probably a little bit easier. So we've got the clearance. And I think that's pretty much it. Is that everything? Oh, one more thing. We come to the front, and we extend his little maney bits. On mine, if I extend them too far, they do pop out of their little joints. So we'll leave him like that. And there he is. Let me bring the camera down. You can have a little close-up shufty at him. There we are. So yes, this is Victory Leo in his saber-toothed lion mode. Obviously, we can give him his guns. They can pop up on top. Both figures have a bunch of different places you can attach guns. So they can go there. They can go there at the back. They can go on the sides. They can go any number of places. So that's nice. It's good to have all those different configuration options when you're displaying him. Oh, I pushed his little side bit in. Let's bring that out again. You show up close his head. So there's his face. The jaw does indeed go. Opens about that much. El Klosky. In terms of posability, you can twizzle his head left a bit and right a bit, ever so slightly. You can twist it. obviously it's still Victory Leo's head, so if you want to, you can turn it all the way around and it can be like... When it comes to his limbs, these are just Victory Leo's arms, so yeah, you got elbow, swivel, twisty, you can move those backwards and forwards if you don't mind his robot mode fist popping out. Come to the back, you've got these kind of, if you do that, and then twist, and then, there you go, so they click into place. They have a particular position they want to be in, but you can still twist them and put them where you want to go. You've got another joint there, and another joint there, and that's it. Sit him down. His back legs keep wanting to collapse. Let's make them a little bit straighter. And more structurally sound. There we go. Let's zoom you back out. We can pop his other gun in there, or if we want to, we can place this gun up on top. Now his back does open up, obviously, and that then means you can slide this gun, slide it on in there. You can give it a little bit of anchoring with these parts. Ooh, dang it, jang it. In you go, in you go. There. So we can have his great big blaster on top. Sit him back up. And obviously you place this one there as well. You have one thoroughly tooled up saber-toothed tiger. You do not want to mess with that guy. You feel lucky, punk? Well, do ya? I don't know why Dirty Harry was from New York. That's, well, do you feel lucky, punk? Yeah, do ya? Yeah. So, let's now turn him into his other form. We'll do this by removing... Oh yeah, I forgot to mention these guns are on a little bit of a swivel, so they can go up like that. Isn't that nice? Wee, 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 wee. Let's take these off. One gun. Two gun. Three gun. Shogun. Right, to turn him into his flying box mode, I honestly can't think of whatever the heck else it is it's meant to be. You basically keep him like this. You separate his legs and fold these bits back down and away. Clip that back together. We fold his legs, his saber-tooth legs back up. Like that. And this guy here. There we are. You notice there's a little tab slot there on his feet, so you've got a little hole there, little tab there. Click. That's the back half done. Front half. We need to come up here, unfold the wing, come up here, unfold the wing. Ditto around here, so we need to go up, round, slot it in on his wing. There you have that, and then lastly for this little bit, you just bring his head up. That's it. That's his alt mode. I mean, you leave it down, you turn it round, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. That's probably slightly better, I don't know. That's his flying box mode. I've got no idea what that's meant to be. I think he only turns into it once in the cartoon. And no one mentions it. No one's like, Victory Leo, what the hell do you turn into? This is even more stupid than Megatron's plan to change his alt mode to be himself. So he transforms into himself and therefore no one will suspect. What are you? You're a storage container? Anyways, no articulation, it'd be a box. You got a couple of points on there you can put the gun on, exactly as it was before. I don't know. I'm getting too old for this, man. Too damned old. Let's pop him off and over to one side. So, Victory Leo, done. Let's have a look at Star Saber himself. Now, Star Saber comes with a little blaster gun, which you can store here, there, there. Loads of different places you can pop that and give you a look at the gun. Pop him down to one side. And he comes with a sword. There is his sword. So it's not too bendy, it's nice hard plastic. And obviously it does come apart, so you can store the blade in his leg. And this becomes the nose cone of his little jet mode. Let's pop that off to one side. And he comes with, there we go, his shield. So you can deflect all of Deathsaurus's blasts and sword swipes. So that's nice, got a nice big Autobot logo on it. This bit comes off, depending where you want to place the shield and, you know, how you configure it. Let's pop that to one side. So, his super robot form, or Star Saber form, you have got wiggly waggly little ears. They bend that much and that much. You can twist his head like that. I think that's probably about as far as I'm going to push it. You can angle his little antennae so they can go forward, backwards. It can look up a little bit if you don't mind the regular robot head poking through. Can't look down. When it comes to his shoulders, you've got a little bit of give here. So you can, let me show you that at the top. So you can pop his arm in and out a little bit. That's useful if you want him to be holding the sword directly in front of him like that. You need that extra give in the shoulders. Close those down. Arms, obviously, you can spin all the way around. These little bits up top, you can fold down and away. I'll bring them up and in. You got a full turn you can do at the elbow. You can go up, and you can go straight. Stay tabbed in. When it comes to his hands, this is something new that I've started, by saying new, it's been going on for a little bit now, that I've started seeing from Hasbro Takara. So when you clench the hand, you get a little port in there to slot your gun into, but when you open it, it folds away. Kind of, a bit. Fold up. Out pops a little gun holder. So yeah, that's nice. And obviously the wrists can spin right the way around as well. Let's get those out the way. Obviously he has a little hip skirt because, oh my God, is the gender ideology. They're transing love frogs. He doesn't have a skirt at the back, so I don't know. That's a bit of a fashion faux pas in my universe, but yeah, hey-ho. Let's move these up and out the way so you can see his hips. They're on a nice clickety-click, so they can go up. He can do a proper hi-ya! Goodbye to that piece. And go all the way up. We can go back down and round about that far. You got a knee joint, so we can do that. And at the feet, you can wiggle his toes, and you can move them in a little bit for posability. There'll be a short pause while I collect that piece that we just lost. Yeah. Cool, got it. He's determined to do a little bit of a striptease for us, so yeah, this guy's just on a mushroom peg in there, so we can drop that straight back in. Hooray! Close the skirt. Hide your shame, Star Saber. Yeah, that's about it for posability, apart from the waist, which you can do that, and he even has a little bit of an ab crunch, so we can go, what's going on down here, then? Yeah, something nice. Up I go. He's still a little bit bent, isn't he? There we go, that's got him. He doesn't like coming out of the ab crunch. He gets Terrible lumbar problems, it would seem. Straighten your antennae. Heavens, were you born in a barn? So yes, that's that. What we will do now is we will separate him down from his super robot Star Saber form to just his Saber form. And we do this by opening these wings. And behind the wings, there's a little grey bit. You open the little grey bit. The little grey bit tabs into that bit there. So the tab, hole, tab. We just move that out. Ditto on this side. And then there's a little button at the back. There. There's a little button at the back. Button on the back? I thought there was a button. You press the button, and that releases the innermost bit of the figure. There, so you have him as a nice disembodied torso. We remove the head, and there's just small robot head hiding underneath. Let's put that there, because that's not at all disturbing. Push that off to one side. Now, we will go in for a closer look. So, we transform this little dude fairly simply by just doing why you're not unfold. Separate his legs like that. Bring these bits up a little bit and up a little bit. And now we need to open the back panel there, and we can snozzle that bit out to make his leg. And we can bring his toe out there while we happen to be in this neck of the woods. Close that all up. Bring his knee pad up. We do the same procedure on this side. Up. Snozzle. In. Toe. Out. And bring up his knee pad. That's that. Come to his hands. Flippy outy. Fold back. And flippy outy. Fold back. You see we can twist his head there to suit our purposes. And I think that's it. Is that everything? Let's fold these back. That's the lot. There we have Saber. Now, Saber is a brain master. In Victory, the Autobots are brain masters, or some of them are anyway. You've got Road Caesar, so that's Blaster, Blacker, and the other one whose name I can never remember. They are all brain masters, the same as Star Saber. And you've got the Decepticons, the Breast Force, and Deathsaurus are all breast masters. In Japan, it's not as funny as it is in English, okay? Okay, well, fine. Ooh, that wasn't meant to happen. I'll pop that back on there. Pretend we didn't see that. What is up with you? This one very loose joint. Alright, so let's talk about articulation for this dude. You can swizzle his head about that far, and about that far. You come to the shoulders, they can go up, they can come off. Seriously, what have I done to you? What did I ever do to you, Star Saber? Man alive. You see what I mean? This is what I say about third party versus Hasbro Takara. It's like, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's little things like there's all these spaces here that they don't fill in and just stuff like that. It's like if that were a KFC toy, I'd think fine, I understand, it's, you know, whatever, but oh, I don't bloody know. Arm can, in theory, go all the way around. I'm going to stop playing with that arm and we're going to use this one. There we go. So, arm can go all the way around like that. You have a little elbow twister, which can go all the way around. You can go up at 90 degrees, you go down straight, and you can twist the fists all the way around. You get an ab crunch, so we can go woo, Though that's more to do with transformation than it is anything else, but that's like a... Ooh. Ooh. Are those my feet? Dude! Let's pop him back up. You've got waist rotation, but it kind of runs into the little backpack he's got, so... What are you gonna do? When it comes to his legs, he can go all the way up, he can do a high kick. And go out, quite a long way, and back, about that far. His knee, which you can do almost a 90-degree bend at, your little toes, which wiggle a bit, and you get a tiny amount of rocking on the ankle. Let's close all that down. Obviously, this guy can hold his gun. He can hold his gun. What is wrong? Oh, that went in farther that time. Yep, I think we're gold. She says. What were we saying? Yeah, he can hold his gun, so that's good. And that's him, that's Saber. And what we can now do is we can go in for an even closer look. Whee. Oh, finally. And I wish I knew where my tool has gone. There it is. Found it. Using the tool. We can open up his chest and we can get in and find the brain of courage. Yes, the brain of courage. So because he is a brain master, this is the wee guy at the center of it all. Let's extricate him gently. Now, the original toy had a mechanism where the little brain master, you pop them into the chest, and as you folded the lid up, it pushed the legs up into the torso and pushed the robot mode head out. This one doesn't do that. What they've got here is they simply have the head at the back, you fold it around, and there's the brain master. Let's go in nice and closely. Fine. In terms of articulation, he doesn't have separated legs. He can do that, and he can do that, and he's got tiny little arms. He can go up and all the way around. So yes, that is the brain of courage. Let's pop him to one side, and he's pretty dang small. I mean, what have I got here that I can use to give you a comparison? Here is a standard biro. Okay. There he is next to a biro. He's tiny. He's gonna get lost so quickly. Oh, and I'll never see him again. Oh well. Let's get the biro out of the way. I'll give you a nice perspective on my hands as well. So my hands are about 1 biro length. Don't know why that would be important. Let's turn our attention back to the body. So, to transform this guy, let me zoom out a minute. To transform this fine fellow, we fold in the head, thusly. That's as far in as that goes. Fold back up the chest, which clicks into place. We take the arm, and we fold in the robot mode fist. We take the arm, and we fold in the robot mode fist. Closey, closey, foldy down, foldy down. We are going to come back to where we were here. Let's get these wings out the way. And now we split open his leg. And split open his leg. Fold those toes back up and in. Toe back up and in. We snozzle the leg round, collapse it down. Get its arm out of the way. Like that. And same thing here. Snozzle that back down and round. I like that. Close leg, close leg. Squish together. Bring the arms down. Let's a little tab there, a little hole there. So we go, click, in. Lovely. We can fold out the wings. We can fold these wings up and out. Like that. And there, it's about ready to go. We're then going to turn our attention to his sword. And being very careful, we're going to separate the blade. Steady now. And separate the blade from the rest of it. And with the blade out, we can then collapse. Ouch. We can then collapse the handle back up and in. Ta-da! With the handle collapsed, we can then feed it in there, and then just a little pair of tabs, and it clicks in. If we want to, down underneath here, make sure that's all folded up. So yeah, if we want to, we can change the back wing configuration. I kind of forget how it goes in the cartoon. It's probably something like that. And the other thing that we can do is we can open up the cockpits, bring you down and in. We can take the brain of courage, the brain of courage. We can fold the brain of courage, and we can place him. We fold his hands up as well. We can place him within. There we go. Close the lid. Lid? Cockpit? I don't know. Lid. Close the lid. And he's all set. Ready to fly off and do whatever it is the brain of courage likes to get up to. We can take the gun, we can fit it to the side. And I think that's actually about it. Yeah, so I can go in there. Like that. Or alternatively, you can use that hole there and attach it like that. So that's good, that's nice and aerodynamic. There's no problems with that at all. What we will now do is remove that. And we will put this guy, where should we pop him? Let's pop him there, because we'll be needing him very shortly. We're now going to come back to the rest of Star Saber, and we're going to prepare him for turning into the rest of Star Saber. So that's Saber. This isn't really anything until it combines with Saber to become Star Saber. So we're going to take this nothing. I'm not going to turn it. It does have a base mode. The base mode is pathetic. It's nothing. It doesn't look like it was a planned base mode. It looked like, oh, the original toy had a base mode. Oh, can we do something with the one that we've made where we just kind of fan wank it into a base mode? Oh, we can. Brilliant. Yeah, let's do that then. So yeah, I'm not going to put it into base mode. There is no point. What we will do, though, is we will prepare him for going into his Star Saber. Where am I? There we go, that folds in. His Star Saber jet mode. Oh, it's the Victory Sled. That's what he's called, isn't it? The Victory Sled. Sounds like something Father Christmas would ride if they rebranded him to become more extreme in the 90s. We'll fold up his two, fold up his two, fold up his foot, and fold up his foot. Let's get you up and out of the way for a second. We're going to turn our attenzione to his legly bobs. I do not like his leg transformation. For one thing, this side, that's slotted in, that stays put. This side doesn't. So it's in. It very slowly works its way out until it does that. It makes him a real pain to pose. Anyway, we open that panel there, and this allows us to collapse his legly bob down and in. Like that. Same thing over here. Open up the panel, collapse your legly down and in. Legly, down and in. Wunderbar. What we now need to do is a little bit of a faff. His legs are going to split. I hate doing that. So they split there. And you have to make sure you get this up as far as it will go on his hip ratchet. There we go. There's that last little click. If you don't get it, it won't work right. Oh. And then we do the same thing on this side. So we go split, up, up. That looks about right. So yeah, it looks like he's getting ready to do a sort of sumo thing. We take these bits and we fold them up. And then we come up here. That's got it. We open that panel. And the same thing again. We collapse in. So, little tab, little slot. The two have to meet, otherwise it will not close. That's got it. That's closed. Right, grand. This side, same operation. Tabs that way around. And foldy down, and make sure the tab goes into the little slot, like that. Whew, golly. We can now take the blade from his saber, his sword rather, that goes down there into the side. And what we can do now is little hooky bit. You see the little hooky bit? A little hooky bit has to go into the little holy bit. There we go, that's got it. Once we've done that, we can collapse all of this and clip it in. Love it. Let's have even more fun on this side, shall we? So this is the same again. We have a little hooky bit right there, and that goes into the little tabby bit. Like that. That one was a lot easier. And there we go. Oh, these panels have come out, because of course they do. Fine, stick that way. Oh dear, oh dear. While we're here, we can unfold these little guys to make... No, that's going to destroy my nail. Let's not do that. There we go. They don't make landing gear, they just kind of make landing skids. So that does that. That folds up. Come down, and we fold up. Tail, tail. Two little wings. That goes back there. And that makes a mess. That makes the victory sled. We just take Star Saber's head, collapse up the faceplate, and that then sits on the top. Like that. Right, yeah, victory sled, all done. Let's give you a little once over of that. So, it's not up to much, but you know what? It's faithful to the original. This is what the original looked like, so it's fine. There's a lot of screws and things going on the top. That's not great. I mean, there's ports as well, so there's loads of places to plug guns in or effects parts if you're into that sort of thing. On the underneath, just kind of does that. The base mode is basically this, but with the legs out to the side. I don't know. I just don't know. So, to transform him into Victory Saber, we take Saber, fold up his winglies. You fold up the back winglies. Actually, no, I think they go the other way. They go down. And there's a little hooky clip. And a little hooky clip goes in there. That. And that goes in one side, that goes in the other. There you have it. Victory Saber in his, what would you describe it as? A super jet mode, I suppose. Now you can take the shield and attach it off back here somewhere. And you can obviously take the guns, you can clip those wherever it is the heck you want to clip them. We're not going to do that just yet. We're going to place him up and off to one side. Oh, there we go. You can go there in a sort of launch pose. There we go. He's ready to take off. Let's come back to the victory brick. The victory brick. We transform as seen there, and that can clip on the back. What we do here, we flip him upside down, then we have a little look-see underneath. And you see underneath here, we've got clippy bits and we've got tabby bits. Clippy bits go into tabby bits. Oh, there's also ridges there and slots there that they need to go into. So let's try and do this as best I can. Come on. Mustn't crush, mustn't kill. Right, that's in there. I'm gonna make sure the top's clipped down. There we are. And that's now pretty secure. And now here is the victory jet with a whacking great box hanging off the back. Put that down. Oh, dearie, dearie me. Now this guy, if I recall correctly, you can clip in using this connector and that little nib. Like that. That's quite pleasant. This guy does go underneath. I might as well do it while I'm here. I don't know. Let's do that. So that's that, all squared away nicely. We can obviously attach Victory Leo's guns. These guns. And we can take Star Saber's gun. Pop that in there. Oh, no, not that one. That was a screw hole. There we go. That goes in there. And then we can take the massive cannon. Fold that down, and using this connector, that can go into there. There he is. Let's pan back a wee bit and pan up. And this is the complete combined form of both Victory Leo and Star Saber to make Victory Saber. There's a little lion head just hanging off the back there, just chilling out. It's fine. It's fine. Pay no attention. Pay no attention to the lion behind the curtain. And this can go onto our stand, thusly. You got a little connector here, and that little connector is going to go. Oh, dang it! Sorry, completely out of picture. A little connector on the stand goes to this little bit here. We do this thusly. So we come to the stand, remove, and then slide. Got it. This bit was the wrong way around, so pull that snug. So that comes up and off, and then comes back and on. Now, slot. Ooh, come on. Slot goes into little hole, like that. And there you have him. Stay. That's quite impressive. I won't lie, that does look impressive. That's a good look. It's a good look for you, Star Saber. Let's give him a very slow rotation around. So you can still see in the cockpit, if we go up, you can still see the brain of courage. The brain of courage is still in there. Continue spinning him around. It's pretty cool. That is cool. I don't like how wobbly it is. It's a little bit... It's a little bit... Oh well. And lastly, what we will do is we will transform him into Victory Saber's robot mode. Victory Saber's robot mode. So we're going to remove him from the stand. Thusly. Come on. I'm going to put the stand away, just so we've got some space. We'll take off all his guns. Gun. 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 We'll take off the shield. Shield. That doesn't work quite as well. And now we need to get in here and untab it. Ah, strength. Untab there. Untab there. And these bits here. Come on. That's gotcha. That's gotcha. Ah. Heavens above, that did not want to disengage. Stay there, brick. And what we will now do is we will transform him back into a robot. And there you have it, through the power of editing. So, he's now back in robot form. Getting these arms, getting that hooky bit out of that little port there is absolute pain. You have to push up and in on the inside of his leg, and oh, man alive. The only thing I've not done is I've not folded out his feet. That's important. Now, what we're gonna come here to is Victory Box. Victory Box is going to form a pair of shoes and a backpack. Now, we'll start by moving the head up and out of the way. And then we separate the backpack from the body. So the body comes forward, backpack goes back. We then come to this guy and we go and rip him into two. Now, for each of these, let me move the camera down around. For each of these, we are going to go shudunk and shudunk, like that. A tab there, slot there, goes in like that. We come in here and we use Kei-chan's little tool. Just fold that out, that becomes his new robot mode foot. We come up to the top here and we fold out this clip, like that. And we fold out this clip and bring it all the way forward like that. That's one foot done. This one is the exact same operation. So, break, fold, tab into O. This one has a little clip on the inside, so we're just gonna fold that away once we're done messing about with the foot. So fold his foot out and fold the clip down and away so it sits flat. We fold out the tab, and then we fold out this handle. There we go, nice pair of platform shoes. We now come to the backpack. And the backpack is going to stay more or less as it is, but we're going to fold the wings back out. I tidied them away earlier, like that. We're going to make sure that slot goes back into the wings. Come on, back into the wings. Love it. And same thing here, back into the wings you go. Cracking. And then we're just going to take the head and fold it back down and away. We're now going to take these bits and bring them up. And we're going to take this bit and bring it down. That's now ready to go. Right, let's give Staff Saber his new shoes. And you see clippy bits there, and we have little indents either side there. So that is going to go into those indents and clip on most securely. Like that. And then at the front, we bring this up to lock it in. This guy is exactly the same as you would imagine. In it goes, in it locks. There, Star Saber now has platform shoes and he's ready to disco. Oh yeah. Let's come up to the top. Spin around to the back. What we're now going to do is we're going to take this this peg rather, and it goes into that port. Ta-da! And lastly, we'll take these shoulder bits, pop them down to lock them in place. And there you have it. Let's bring the camera up, so up more. There you have Victory Saber. He's all done. He's got his backpack for his packed lunch to go in, like a good Japanese school child. He's got the platform boots, so he's ready for a night out on the town. Let's fold his head down. And obviously we can go back and we can give him his various accoutrements. So if we consider his shield, he can either hold it using the holdall. He can hold it using the holdall, or we can use these bits here onto these bits here to attach it to his arm. There. That looks very smart. We can give him this enormous cannon, like so. He can also hold it underarm and any number of other possible configurations. We can give him his regular little blaster there from Saber's smaller mode. And of course we can take these guns and pop them on top of his shoulders. One. Ooh, not the camera. Two. Splay them out a little bit. These can angle up ever so slightly. Oh, that one's actually untabbed. Let's angle it up using the angle up port. There we go. And there you have him. Victory Saber, all ready to battle Deathsaurus. He's got a nice little tiger head just hanging off the back there, just chilling out, just minding his own business, you know, having a good time. So yeah, let's give you a quick comparison. Move to one side. Here is Mastermind Creations Deathsaurus in his kaiju form. So let's move him up so we can see. And come down here. Those two look good together, I won't lie. Obviously, I would imagine that the HasLab version of Deathsaurus is going to scale probably slightly better, but I don't care. I really love this figure. What's to say about the HasLab Victory Saber that hasn't been said already by people much more eloquent than I? Bits I do like. Once you get him all together and he's posed or whatever, he does look really nice. I won't lie, he does look really nice. I like that he's not particularly complicated. That's good. I mean, obviously the third-party stuff is wonderful, but oh my good grief, some of it is complicated. Some of it is really, really, really complicated. The Kang Toys Predator King. Oh God. There's so many moving parts, man. The moving parts, man. You don't know, man. It's game over, man. Game over. Anyway, he isn't anywhere near that complicated, which is nice. It's nice to be able to have transformations that you can show off relatively easily. The colours are good. It's that, you know, classic hero coloration of red, white, and blue. I'm sure there's no message there at all, anywhere. I like the accessories. Yeah, things I don't like. This leg stuff just doesn't work for me. This side panel never stays in if you try to pose him in any serious way. The way these clip onto these, I absolutely loathe. I am just waiting for that to break. I know it's going to break. It puts way too much stress on it. I don't know. Don't care for it. And the other stuff, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with it particularly. I mean, you've got things like, look, look at all this lovely empty space. And that's classic Hasbro Takara at this point. It's like, why would we make something that doesn't have, you know, a shed load of just empty holes in it? That looks fine. I'm happy with that. Yeah, ship it, ship it. And I was like, really? Would that have been so difficult to not do like that? While I'm here, let's give him his little sword. You've got ports. Let's get his arm out of the way. You've got a little port in there. You've got a little port on the bottom of the sword, so you can pop it in at his side, as is befitting the greatest swordsman in the galaxy. So there's that. That's a nice touch. I like things like that. I like the fact that you can store the blade of his sword in his leg, like the original toy could. That's nice. They're nice little touches. I don't know. There's a lot of talent goes into designing these things. There's a lot of skill. There's a lot of love goes in. And then there's just whole things like when you turn him into the Victory Sled or Star Saber's combined form, you just get all these damned holes on the back. And yes, some of them are ports. I love a lot of them are just screw holes. And it's like, really? Really? Why? Why did you do that? Why did you do that? There's just so many little annoying things that are just like, for frick's sake. It's not like he's cheap either. I mean, this is probably cost, I think, more than the Mastermind Creations Deathsaurus, and I think that is a much better figure. But, you know, this guy's not without his charm. He's definitely Star Saber. He's got all the right qualities. The coloration's good. The proportions are grand. I like that he came with Victory Leo because, I mean, in their right mind, who would buy Victory Leo by himself? I mean, he's a dopey-looking robot wearing a Viking hat, or he's a lion, or he's a box. He's a flying box. His sole ability is turning into shoes. Ah! Sorry, better now, much better. But yeah, he comes with Victory Leo. That's a nice touch. He comes with a flight stand. That's a nice touch. There's loads of lovely little nice touches, and then there's some other things that are just like, Why? Why the leg? Why the clippy? The clippy and the not going in? Why? Why when some other things are obviously so careful and so well planned out? So I don't know. He's probably a 7 out of 10 if we're going to give things ratings. But yeah, what do you think? Are you really pleased with Victory Saber? Are you looking forward to the HasLab Deathsaurus to fight with him? Have you already got the Mastermind Creations Deathsaurus, in which case you are cool and I agree with everything you think? Well, probably not. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.
It's hard to breathe in that helmet. Whew.
Flap, flap.